Hello, my name is Michael Jesus Contino. I'm a student at Texas Tech University. For my corporate crisis report, I'll be talking about the Volkswagen emission scandal. In our day-to-day lives, we're taught about the principles of honesty and how important it is to be honest in our lives as well. And at a corporate level, it is extremely important to be honest. The Volkswagen emission scandal strictly highlights the importance of honest communication, as well as the importance of management between people to solve strict issues and whatnot. In order to understand the Volkswagen emission scandal, I'll discuss how Volkswagen was dishonest, as well as the consequences. Additionally, the how did Volkswagen get back at this? How did they fix it? In order to understand all of this, we have to understand what specifically was dishonest and how they got into such big trouble. The Volkswagen Group, the corporation, violated the Clean Air Act, which stated that the government can monitor and provide restrictions as well as emissions tests to corporations. And specifically, a small group of workers used illegal software to cheat these required emissions tests to test for the EPA standards. And due to this being a small group of workers, Volkswagen was entirely responsible for this problem. According to an article by Dr. Larry Lee and his colleagues in Armit University in Australia, in the Journal of Clean Air Production, it was not just a small group of workers, but rather senior managers, which makes the deal much worse. And since Volkswagen was strictly advertising to their customers that their vehicles were clean, that made Volkswagen bad. And due to these violations as well as the dishonesty, what were the consequences? How did Volkswagen get punished for this? Essentially, due to the violation of law, they were charged with lots of civil lawsuits, which could cost them billions, as well as due to the dishonesty of communication customers, they were brought with a decline of profits and backlash. According to an article by Barth and his colleagues in the Schmollett Journal of Business Research, stocks and bonds were to the floor due to the issue, as well as another article by Bakatai and Verbasio in the Journal of Business Ethics and Leadership. Their big reputation was plunged, was destroyed due to the scandal, and and just not nationally, but internationally, since it's not just from the U.S., but whole entire world. And due to these consequences, can think, we can ask ourselves, how did Volkswagen get back up from all this issue? Well, essentially, Volkswagen agreed to pay billions of dollars in fines as well as compensations towards their customers. Another thing is the usage of crisis management, in which CEOs and higher officials decide how are they going to handle this problem. In an article by Painter and Martin, that studies the theories and tactics used in corporate management by Volkswagen, is that a tactic that Volkswagen used was statements to the public in which they stated how the behavior was not ordeal, or was not like them. It was not something that they just supported, which slowly brings back the trust of the people. With all these points wrapped decided, what can we bring from this? Is that honest communication is highlighted in this conflict, in which due to the illegal use of software, as well as with the workers, and as well as the dishonesty that costed all of this costed the company billions, as well as legal issues. But in the end, Volkswagen was able to get back up from all of this. And we can all learn from this scandal is that honest communication, whether how small it is or big it is important no matter what. Thank you so much for listening, and uh, Michael Jesus Contino.